Welcome to the BFME2, the rise of the Witch King on the map Deal in an epic 1v1 matchup between amazing players. We have the Angmar player King Conan and his opponent, the Albion player Jojo. So it's a good against evil matchup, just like in the films, not the films, the trilogy, but also in the books. There was a time where Angmar was fighting against the Albion faction, and this is going to be one of those situations. We will see two mills into the mill number 3 for the Angmar player King Conan and his opponent opening with two Malone trees into the Malone tree number 3 and also the Albion barracks. So let's talk about this matchup. What is this matchup all about? You know, which faction has the upper hand in the early mid-late game? For me personally, elves are the easiest to play faction in the entire game. You cannot really mess it up. All you need is this one production building, and then you can recruit every unit you need from the same building. And Angmar is a bit more tricky to play. There is a lot of uniqueness. Once you master Angmar, I think it can be one of the most fun faction to play with. But for a person who's new to the game, it's gonna be a bit more confusing. And because it's so easy to play, I believe elves have like a very strong early game, because you cannot really have a lot of diversity. That's why you will always have the right start. That's something we cannot tell about Angmar. Angmar and elves, both the factions have the worst economy in the entire game. Not really a lot of tools to make them grow rich. For me personally, Angmar late game is just really strong. You have very strong heroes with Rogash, Valdor, Morgomir, Karsh, and also of course the Witch King of Angmar. Super tanky hero, very hard to be dealt with. Elves in the late game are basically an archer spam faction. You have so many elite archers you can recruit, and you can upgrade them with the best upgrade in the game, which are called the Silvertone arrows. And this will kind of melt even the heroes I just mentioned. Even Angmar hero, the most strongest Angmar hero, the Witch King, cannot stand the OP Silvertone arrows. We have the Gundabad orcs marching forward. No standing around. In the meantime, this creep was taken by the Albion player. That's pretty good. The Angmar player is of course spamming lots of units from the two Hall of the Kingsmen. That's something you can do. They cost only 200 resources, and it's very difficult for the Albion player to maintain, to compete with the spam of the Angmar. But for that reason, you need to count on more quality units and not trade your units one for one. Of course, quality beats quantity in most of the times. So even though the Gundabad orcs are cheaper compared to the Lorien warriors, they are also way weaker than them. Also slower than them. What is going to be the next production building from the Angmar player? That's going to be the big question. We see a lot of archers, Lorien warriors, and pikemen. These are going to be used, almost fully for the defense. And in the meantime, he's trying to creep with the Lorien warriors. He should be able to do this without any problems. Creeps in this game are not really strong. And that's going to be the first big push incoming. Plenty of orcs. The Gundabad orcs. And this is the passive, by the way. So if you gather them in numbers of 100 or more, which are 5 battalions, if they are full health, they will also deal more damage. So quantity will gain more quality.
Like the wind. We have our orders. Move! Attack, you rabble! Hurry, elves of the wood!
Hurry, elves of the wood. Okay, after the first couple of minutes, not really a lot of economical damage dealt yet. We have 500 available command points for King Conan. He also went for the production building number 3, which is called the Troll and Wolf Den, which allows him to turn those Trollmaster into the Wolf Riders, as you can see in this situation. So you can clear the enemy swordmen way easier without having to chase them all the time. And the Albion player is up to 550 command points. Also, he was able to protect every single of his resource buildings until now. He has collected almost 2 power points and didn't even use his rallying call a single time yet, because he didn't need to. And that's going to be the production building number 3 now for the Albion faction player. He's also going for the stable. In this Albion case, it's called the Green Pasture. And from this, he can recruit 2 kind of units. When it's level 1, you can only recruit the Revendel Lancers, but when it's level 2, you can also recruit the Horse Archers. The Linden Horse Archers, which are the best Horse Archers in the game, just because they cannot swap. They are horse archers from the moment they get on the field. And they are not working like Rohirrim from the Man faction or the Spider Riders from the Goblin faction. But this is going to be like a huge push now. We have every unit you need really actually. We have Swordmen, Pikemen and also the Lancers. So it's going to be very difficult to stop this kind of push. However, he has also plenty of archers which are going to deal damage to them and eventually end up killing a lot of them before they can even approach. He's waiting for the big war chant. I think that's the reason why he's grouping every single one of them in the same area. And now, send forth the legion's time. He's waiting and getting even more. So the question is, will the Albion player take the fight? There is few pikemen in the front, but not a lot of them actually. Only one pikeman, which is going to be difficult to protect all of these archers because all the Angmar player needs to do is to kill the one pikeman from each squad. And then the Wolf Riders or the Wolf Riders can do the rest. This is going to be level 2 now. That's going to give him the chance to recruit these two units, which are called the Hill Trolls or the Snow Trolls. Snow Trolls, of course, are the better unit. He wants to even get it to level 3, just so it's going to become more tanky the building. Plus, you will get also faster production speed. And also, actually, it's quite beneficial, right? So you get 25% faster recruit speed only for 300 resources. That's, in my book, a great investment. Plus your building is going to be able to shoot, so it's going to be harder to be destroyed. You will have faster production speed, plus it's going to deal damage to the nearby enemy units. So all in all of this what just mentioned for 300 resources is in my opinion a great investment. But he's too scared to take a fight because of the archers behind, so it's very difficult for him to commit. And thanks to the front line of the Albion player, the archers will be safe for the majority of the time. And before you can get through the strong front line, I think your army might be vanished. But the Snow Trolls are gonna be a bit different story. They have 1000 HP, for example. They are potentially the tankiest units in the game. 300 HP, so more than 3 times the same amount. So even sometimes you can even trample into the pikemen, you won't get one-shotted. And when you are level 2, you can charge into the enemy lines too. Plus you will get more damage and armor during the charge as well, for like 20 seconds. And it's like a self-buff. That's why banner is so beneficial for this faction. Potentially, if you ask me, which faction does benefit the most from the banner upgrade, it has to be the Angmar faction. Because almost every single strong unit, Black Numenorians, Dark Rangers, Snow Trolls, every single one of these have like a level 2 ability that they benefit a lot from. A big army, but no one is willing to fight. I mean, with no one, I think elves are up to a fight, but Angmar is like, okay, you know what, I'm not feeling confident. Oh, that's gonna be a beautiful trample into the backline from the Revendel Lancers. Big punishment, very well done. Amazing job. No heroes yet for either player. He's gonna go now for the Dark Iron Forge. So he wants to focus more on the quality of the army. This is gonna be the first Modern 3 going down. This one is gonna be the second. It's the other way around actually. This one went down first. That's pretty good push. The problematic part about this situation is that even though he's doing a good job, even though he's dealing damage, there is going to be a counter-attack very soon. Once he's able to deal with this army of his opponent, Albion player is going to go for a counter-push. Wargen has been used for no reason. Not much was remaining anymore. This statue in the center is going to be also taken down. 8 power points collected for Angmar after the first push. Also the same amount of power points collected for elves. And also this Malone tree is going to be going down. I mean, this player is playing like AI, so basically kind of ignoring the enemy armies and going exclusively to deal economical damage, knowing that elves' weakness, the main and potentially the only weakness of this faction, is the lack of resources. So if you make them poor, he will be in big trouble. For example, losing a builder is gonna do the same situation. He was paying attention, nope. The builder is down, the archers got trampled into, and also this Malone tree over here is gonna go down. That's a tremendous amount of damage dealt to the economy of the Albion player Jojo. Dropping down to 6, 75. He has still a decent amount of command points because he was only building Malone trees all over the place. But the only starting Malone tree from the beginning of the game is this. This is the only level 2 Malone tree he has currently up on the field. But he collected 12 power points after the rallying call, which is still available, by the way. Remember, the Ingmar player was just using the war chant, so his war chant is not going to be available for the next 60 seconds. He went for the far side, for the vision. And of course, you have the chance to go for the Alvin Wood, for example, which cannot be countered by the Ingmar player. Or you can go for the Enshrouding Mist, which will make the enemy units weaker and kind of give you the advantage in those big battles. Like Iron Forge is level 1. He's gonna go for the Troll Stone Thrower. For me, the most unique for me the most unique siege unit in the entire game. I like them so much, actually. It's too thick and it's too heavy that you need 2 trolls to grab it. Oh, he went for the Untamed Legions to control this layer over here, which will give him the option to recruit cave trolls. Remember, that's something usually Ingmar can't do. Big push happening around this location as well. A lot of Malone trees getting destroyed over and over and over again. During this time, Ingmar's eco remains almost untouched. Now the first counter push is about to happen with those lancers, but they are getting slaughtered by trampling into the enemy pikemen. So the Ingmar player should be at 1000 command points now. That's a level 3 building over here. Level 1, also level 1. And he, for whatever reason, has too many mills close to each other. So he's not getting really benefits from these, by the way. Here we are talking about 5 mills, but in terms of resources, he's not getting a lot of them. So the command points are like a fake information for you, not really showing the actual resource generation of the Ingmar player, King Conan. That's why you want to expand in the side lanes. You want to expand around this location, around this location. The first hero is finally up on the field, and his name is Valdor. I mean, the cheapest hero from this faction, but that doesn't mean that he's weak. He has like more like a sportive role for the Ingmar faction. Has leadership with level 1, has the pillage ability. That's the only way you can get extra resources with this faction, because unlike other evil factions, you cannot really build Malone trees. Lumber mills. Push happening from the bottom. Here we have seen just the Noldo Warriors. The Noldo Warriors, you know them. They are the elite unit from the Elven faction. They are coming from the level 3 barracks, if you're wondering. I think the level 3 barracks is here. It's about to go down thanks to the Trollstone Thrower. Look at the range, you know. This is getting shot out of the range. The question is, can this Noldo make it out alive? I think they can, because the recharge time of this is super long. So we will have at least 2 beautiful trample into the backline once more. The big punishment, because he has no pikemen. The giants have been special summoned. And the Tom Bombadil, can Tom Bombadil knock down the giants? That's a big question. When Tom Bombadil really not doing much, both the barracks got destroyed, but the Noldo Warriors still remaining on the field. They are doing hella damage even against their counter, which are called the cavalry. And if they get the chance to shoot those giants, they also will hurt them big time, as you can see and tell. In the meantime, he's trying to put some pressure in return with his lancers. He should be able to destroy some of the mills if the enemy doesn't pay attention. And the giants really didn't achieve too much. They couldn't even destroy this only level 3 Malone tree from his opponent. So it's a 15 power point investment, and it's always painful if you can't achieve anything with it. Like nothing was achieved through this. 11 power points on top of Tom Bombadil. Ingmar is not going for the late game stuff. He went for the upgrade on the fortress. This fortress will make the heroes a bit cheaper, but he is not going for the upgrades. For that you need the Iron Forge at level 3. He's not going for Elite Swordman. He has only the Snow Trolls and Heal Troll combination. Don't get me wrong, they are still strong. But I think if you want to withstand the pure damage of the elves, you need the Dark Iron Armor. So Heavy Dark Iron Mail, it's called. That's what you need. So you can face tank the enemy. You can take the fight. You can turn the fight in your favor. The Trollstone Thrower is gonna go down. Not gonna do damage at all. 925, but you can see the resource generation is not compatible with the command points he currently has, just because of the layout. Don't build like this. You can only build like this if you're rich and if you just want to increase your command points. But he didn't have pressure on him all the time, and he's kind of panicking or putting himself in a jail in this small area. Even though elves were under pressure for the last minutes, look at the area of the elven player. This is where he expands, so basically like 40% of the map still belongs to him, and Ingmar is like in prison. He put himself in prison. This is all the area he possesses. So here we are talking about this area, this area, this area, this area. Look how big this is compared to how big this is. The counter push is about to happen. Big push incoming indeed. Again, only tier 1 units, only the pikemen. He just killed his own units, by the way. Lothian warriors, good job here. If you can destroy this, that's good. That's the only way you could siege. And the elven player went for the end summon. The last march of the Ents will begin soon. Voldor got just level 2. And the hero number 2, now we are talking. Rogash, the king of trolls. I mean, he's very similar to the Gimli. His real power is going to be level 4, and then of course level 7 is going to turn him into one of the strongest duelists in the entire game. Baldur got level 3, that means money for each kill you will take. The Lancers are doing a good job putting pressure. The problem here for Ingmar is going to be if the elves arrive with these two Noldor warriors, which by the way are also going to counter the Rogash. And if they ever get the chance to summon the Ents behind the army and start sieging you, that's going to cause lots of trouble. But he's going to summon the Ents behind. So now they change the Ents summon. You will get now 4 Ents in total. 2 of them are going to be these Ents. So they are called the Siege Ent Oak. And these are the Guardian Ent Ash. So 2 of them are only melee. 2 of them are ranged. But elves are coming for a big push, bro. They are coming from everywhere. And now the most valuable level 3 males are about to get destroyed. He didn't even have power points to freeze it, because you need 5 power points to unlock the Snowbind. The Snowbind is this ability. Yeah, Snowbind. Snowbind. I'm sorry. Firewind is available. And look, this is the perfect example. This game, like watching the first, I don't know, the 10 minutes of the game would tell you, okay, this game is easy. Ingmar should get this game. But the eco management is one of the most important things in the entire game. It's going to determine the outcome of the game. Even though if you put pressure, it doesn't matter. The economical advantage wins. More money basically it's like common sense. Means bigger army, stronger army, better transition, and higher chance of getting the dub. Look, the way he's expanding, he has stuff everywhere. He has even his build at the bottom side. Actually, that's also not bad. You build a Malon tree here. Look how much the 2 wargs would need to destroy this actually. Now it would take them like more like 2 minutes or something. Okay, of course, it's not like the end of the world. Here's Rogash, here's Morgomir, here's Voldor. 3 important heroes. But elves have really, really strong front line, super strong back line. Not only the Noldor warriors, but also the Mirkwoods have now joined the battlefield. Coming from the level 2 barracks. Level 3 over here. Level 1 Eregion Forge. He has 2 of these actually. He made a mistake. I think he forgot that he got this. So he's gonna get it to level 3, and that would unlock the chance to purchase the Silverton arrows. And I explained to you at the beginning of the video what they can do and how deadly they are. But the build is gonna go down though. He's not paying attention. Now he's preparing, because he now created for himself like a very strong area. 1000 command points, good resource income, 2.5k he just had. He's investing 2000 of these for the elven armor plus the Silverton arrows. And all you need is to get the upgrade, from your fortress for cheaper upgrades on your units. And let's see. Problem is Rogash is counting like a monster, and he's extra weak versus pikemen too. Get over here. The problem of the Noldors, I mean of the Allen faction for any faction, is that they are not only strong but they're also super fast. You know, it's super difficult to catch them. I mean, Rogash, if he catches, he's a threat, but can't even one-shot them. The Noldors here are gonna go down, level 4. You get lots of resources for each kill, but everything is shooting. The mist is making you weaker. Level 3 Rogash is not bad, but you need level 5. That was a good hit. He has splash damage, so he can hit multiple targets at the same time. Morgomi is also making the enemy units weaker. And I think you want to focus down the heroes you can kill first. That's still a good push, actually. The giant summon is available almost for the second time. He went for the orc summon. Morgomi level 3. This guy's level 4. Has the leap attack now. That's pretty good. Here, the wombo combo ability you are looking for is you want to use Snowbind and then jump. So leap. And before the enemy gets a chance to leave, you want to Snowbind. So, Felwind, I mean. To group them in one location, for example here. But yes, oh, he's trampling. Look, he trampled into the pikeman. Even with elven armor, it doesn't matter, bro. Doesn't matter. 16 power points collected. Ooh, son. The rallying call came a little bit late. Actually, he didn't deal too much damage. I think he damages only the area he lands, and then knocks down or knocks back the other units. It's kind of unreal that he didn't even get a level from this. 1000 command points against 775. Yes, true, the mountain giant summon is available, but the real question is, what can he do with them, you know? Like, they will die in a second to the Silverton upgraded archers. He finally went for the Dark Rangers. That's the alternative to the enemy Mirkwood, so you should have a lot of them. Plus, you want to give them banner, and eventually, if you can afford it, also the ice arrows. That's gonna make your archers also pretty strong. There comes the giant summon. There is some backup. They are level 2. They have the long shot. The giants will move on. They will try to destroy the barracks, but it's only level 1 barracks, so it's not a big deal if it goes down. For a 15 power point investment, look the damage they are dealing. It's gonna be a long shot. If it doesn't pay attention, the long shot is gonna hurt. Actually, it didn't even kill 2 long shots. Didn't even kill the regular archers, not even the Mirkwoods. It was 2 of them at the same time. I thought it's gonna deal much more damage. They were not even buffed through the rallying call. If you don't deal with the giants, though, they will cause trouble. They will cause problems. There is no backup for this. Dark Rangers and 1 trample is gonna, you know, bring them down to 50% HP. The giants don't deal damage, but they actually knock you down on the ground. They will destroy 1 more barracks through, but it's only also level 1 barracks. The real barracks you want to destroy is this one over here. Level 3, but it's easier said than done. 12 power points, maybe the 25 is going to change something and turn it into the favor of the Ingmar player, but the Elven player is way closer to this. Way closer to this. Leap attack is available. The target range is 200 and the damage is 300 hero damage. The game isn't over yet, but you know, this is why he's starving. He can't compete with the economical strength of this Elven faction. Level 6, that's pretty good. The 2 heroes are doing the 3 heroes are doing a good job. The Fellowship of Ingmar. Leap attack is available. And if I'm not mistaken, if you are level 7 with Rogash and you use Rage of the North before you leap, then it will make your damage of the leap deal 100% more damage. Or Who is the host player of this one? Actually, it's the Engma player. There is no excuse why he messed up this way. You can see Rogash is taking heavy damage and will have to retreat. Now he's even in bigger trouble. Everybody is focusing down Rogash. All about hit level 7. One of the situations how we can get away from this situation is to turn and fight until he's level 7 and then at least use the Rage of the North, but he can't get away. So you cannot outrun the enemy cavalry, and if you try to fight them, the archers will finish you off. Also, Voldor and Morgomir going to suffer the same. They cannot even run away at all. He will poison one of these, but they won't even go down. All 3 heroes are gone from the Ingmar, and they were the only win condition. So maybe I see the ice armor. Maybe you want to go for the ice shot from the fortress. This is the upgrade for the Ingmar faction. But elves have 30 power points collected, plus the Ain summon is available. So now this push can be enough to get the siege going on. The long shot won't affect them at all. They are just too strong. Flood is going to be chosen. It's a 25 power point. I don't want to miss it. Actually, I want to see how much damage it can deal. The layout is not bad, so you can maybe destroy all these level 3 production buildings. So you basically place it like this here, and then you let it go this way. Might be enough to destroy all 3 production buildings from the Ingmar faction player. Here's some Dark Rangers through. But like Archer against Archer, call me crazy, but I think no faction can compete ever with the Archer faction. Like Alvin faction is considered as the Archer faction, and this is their specialty. This is where they are the best at. Look how many archers they got, but will it do anything? And Silverton arrows also making you deal a good amount of damage. I mean, decent amount of damage. Fire arrows, of course, is better when it comes to deal damage to the buildings, but it's still significant. Walder is back from the graveyard. He's going now for the Trollstone Thrower expansions around the fortress to defend himself. The few remaining mills are about to be destroyed. Ingmar is dropping down to 675 command points in total. He has also 23 power points collected after the giant summon. Flood, Auric summon will be used. Longshot is going to be used. He's trying literally everything to stop this push, but they are not even getting killed. Not even regular archers are going to die to the long shot. Falwind is going to be used. Flood. Okay, it dealt less damage than I was expecting. I thought it's gonna destroy this expansion for sure. Ooh, the counter push, the avalanche on your face, son. And that's one of the ways you can kill enemy army with. Of course, it's a big investment, 25 power points. We are talking about a recharge time of 12 minutes. I think he didn't have the resources to revive his Rogash. He went only to revive Bombadillo. Sonic Song ability. Boom, son. If you're wondering what this animation is all about, you can just see it's coming from this bro over here. This is called Dark Glory. It's like a spell that is just to make the Black Numenorians and also the Dark Rangers stronger. Making them deal 25% more damage in armor. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because it's a spell that can stack with everything else. It can stack with leadership plus the buff. What is this over here? Oh, this is the only hero so far from the Elven faction player. Usually, elves are more hero beasts, and regularly you see more Elven heroes in any game. But this player was focusing more to get a very strong army and to upgrade the army to a point where they can even fight heroes. I like Morgomir though. I like ruin. It deals 3000 damage. Target enemy building takes heavy damage and it's temporarily disabled too. So when you can't destroy the building, he cannot produce units from it for like a short duration. It's like Shake Foundation from Blind, but I think it's way stronger. Look at the damage when they have the Forge Blades. They are dealing very good damage to the buildings. Ingmar is dropping down to 650 command points only, and the remaining command points are coming only from this area here. So he has 3, 5, 6 behind. I don't want to repeat myself, but they are not really rewarding him in terms of resources. I mean, I think the Alban player is playing for like a safe way. He's maybe a little bit too afraid from what the Ingmar faction is to offer right now. I don't think he needs to respect him that much. I mean, he didn't go for the end mood. He went for the end mood. You can upgrade it now to level 3. That's how it looks like. So with the lightning coming from the sky onto the end mood. Yeah, you need to upgrade. Like this also new. Before you didn't need to do this. Now you can upgrade it and you can recruit the Guardian End for 500, the Siege for 700 and the Treebeard for 1400 resources. The prices are the same. Remember, there was no Guardian End before. It's always nice to have more content for the game. I like it, personally. Okay, Siege versus Siege, and that's the first time I see Ents next to the Giants. The Giants are way taller than Ents actually, that's crazy. Treebeard is my name. I mean, it's so easy to level up this bro over here. Remember, he just came like a minute ago and he's already level 4. Archer heroes are so easy to level up. The Giants have made it out alive, so they can still keep pushing for a short duration. They don't have much time remaining anymore. They will end up dying. They will just only be able to destroy one single Malone tree and their time is over. Avalanche on cooldown, the Flood on cooldown. That's gonna be the one of the last remaining level 3 mills. I think it's the last one. So it might go down to the Goblin Town. Here's the Snowbind, so you could try to save it. And Drogash finally back from the graveyard. He's super close to level 7. And I think with level 7 he can 1v1 any Alban hero. Nobody should be able to fight against him, not even Elrond. The animation, the mid-air animation is so long that it's very difficult for you to land on anything when your Falvin is on cooldown. So, especially against cavalry, you can always dodge this. But the siege has begun. This is a siege end. He's building a wall also for the regeneration Rogash. I wish this could also work on the Ents. And his damage against Ents not that high, so you need to hit an Ent like I think 8 times to kill him. Look, so many projectiles piercing through the thick skin. I mean, these are built different. They don't even die to this. They don't even die to the Winter's Wrath. What are they doing actually? What are we gonna do? I like the HD edition actually. Look this. He's looking so detailed. I like it. And this guy is also looking like a badass Morgamir. Okay, now we have the daddy of the end, so it's a hero too. That's gonna change a lot. He went for this building super early, and that was also very late Snowbind. He went for this building super early, but he never considered to get it to level 2 or 3. Almost level 7, bro. I just like a tiny bit of experience needed. Tiny bit of experience needed. One more Trollstone Thrower. Look the damage these archers are dealing. Is this even legal? Are you supposed to deal that much damage against your biggest counter, which are the siege weapons? The expansion has been destroyed. Come, my friends. Oh, boom! Finally got level 7. The Rage of the North. Look his sword. The Purple Jedi. What can one man do against such reckless heat? The siege continues. Remember, he just used Frozen Snowbind to save this building over here. Oh, but the 3-bit got killed. Ow. I think, okay, that's gonna be it. King Cannon has been destroyed. The good always wins. If you enjoyed this game and if you don't want to miss out future uploads on this channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's for free. Leave a like to this video. I will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself. Keep hitting like a truck. And as always, stay beyond standards. Peace out, boys.